Hey everyone, Pharaoh Silver here, and this is the 2025 Atlas Earth Progress Report Year in Review. Now, while it's been a mixed year for Atlas Earth, it's been one of my best years personally in a good while, and for Atlas Earth, my best year ever, as I have all but confirmed profit for the game. I have partially y'all to thank for that, as well as partially minigame participation. Tuesday, January the 6th will also be my 4th anniversary with Atlas Earth, so it'll be great to show you how I've done this past year. By the way, for those that have asked about the temporary Christmas avatar change, I'm going to leave this to the side here. Yes, that is Gastro Claus, made from my wife's EC Gastrodon plushie, her favorite Pokemon. Somehow I pick up second place on Racer one night, my connection decided to do better than usual during the holiday season, and now Gastroclaws is immortalized forever on the leaderboard. Anyway, let's get to the numbers, but fair warning, I do want to go through December 2025 very quickly first, with how many parcels I earned in the beginning, and how much I gained, which I will start with right now. And just because my last two videos have been doing so well without me saying to subscribe, I'm just going to let the video asset run. You know, a guy can seriously get used to this, but it's still a pain to do the silence modifier on Filmora, just saying. So anyway, in December 2025, I gained 198 parcels to end up at 3,781 parcels. This was divided by rarity to my best distribution in a long time. 96 commons to a total 1918, 58 rares to a total 1133, 29 epics to a total of 547, and 15 legendaries to a total of 183. This increased my distribution percentile to a much more respectable 18th percentile, up 6%, and yes, my Z-score is now above -1, and earning $121.35 a month, up $6.72 a month. Jesus, seriously? With a 24/7 boosting schedule, which is possible with the Atlas Explorer Club. For my road to break even, which will remain being called this because we aren't quite out of the woods just yet. The Explorer Club will be renewing in February for me. I gained a profit of $120. I did reinvest $1 because I wasn't 100% sure if I could finish the challenges in time, so I just got 40 Atlas bucks for that, but that still did leave me with $119 profit, or $263.70 in the green. Now, showing you the parcel count I had at the end of 2024, I had 2,122 parcels with 1,091 commons, 642 rares, 303 epics, and 86 legendaries. So my total gain for the year was 1,659 parcels. Divided to 827 commons, 491 rares, 244 epics, and 97 legendaries. Yeah, almost a 6% legendary ratio this year. Awesome. For rankings, I moved up 9 spots. Wow, 9 to 228th in the world. 7 spots in the US to 189th. And I remain 5th in North Carolina by a measly 2 parcels. Drift 1 Mobile is just not going to give up that number 4 spot that easily, is he? I talked with my wife about this too, and I wondered if he wanted to start actively chasing me for this. Would we run into Lex Luthor 11 for the number 3 spot then? I mean, that would be an interesting idea. I wouldn't mind just getting up to number 3 really quick, but I haven't seen him move up in a while, so number 3 could be well in sight within the next few months for me. Now anyways, the reason for the huge gains in December comes down to 3 things. First, we had 2 Super Minigame Saturdays in December, and I participated in both, gaining about 1,700 Atlas bucks in the first one and 1,850 in the second. Second, I hit the day 97 and 14 bonuses on the Atlas Explorer Club, landing me way more Atlas bucks than usual. It also means next month the only bonus day I'm seeing is day 30. And third, just more participation in minigames in general for me has really helped me out. I mean, going back to it, that second place in Racer really helped out a lot towards my Atlas bucks total. My total earnings this year ended up being $1,116. However, for the channel progress and for testing purposes, I also spent $49.99 for the January Atlas Explorer Club, $549.99 for the annual, $29.97 for the January through March monthly challenge passes, and $109.99 for the annual. Altogether, I put down $739.94 for a profit of $376.06, which checks out as I started $112.36 in the hole at the end of 2024. I also gained only one mayorship this year in China Grove, and part of that is because of the rule I set for myself in Atlas Earth that once I got my first mayorship, Kannapolis, I can only take mayorships next to me, and all remaining mayorships around me, Rowan County, Cabarrus County, and Concord, are way, way too expensive. I thought about maybe breaking the rule a teensy bit and go to Get Faith since it's not too far out of the way, and I wanted to try their soda shop that recently opened, but even the small town of Faith has a mayor with 127 parcels. Seriously. North Carolina towns are no joke. Honestly, what's interesting about this is that just to the north is Granite Quarry. It's got about 10 times the area, but its mayor only has 59 parcels, so I don't know. Plus, they are both more neighboring Salisbury than my northernmost town, China Grove, anyway. The main town for me, though, is Kannapolis, where I put all 198 parcels this month, increasing my fortress to 3,250 parcels. As I said last month, I'm in the process of a huge project that will put me close by 5,000 parcels total when it's all over, and it's going to take me probably most of 2026 to get through it. Now for 2026, am I going to renew the Explorer Club and monthly challenge passes? For the Explorer Club, absolutely. I see no reason for me to not at least go one more year and build up to finish up what will probably be my last big project on Atlas Earth, and any remaining parcels will go to strengthening up Landis and China Grove, and maybe, just maybe if we don't count counties, I might go after Granite Quarry. We'll see. As for the challenge passes, I am not as certain. The challenges have been a bit exhausting, and I might need a break for a month or two, guys. I mean, yes, it would waste the discount of the annual challenge pass if I did this, so that's why I'm saying, I don't want to do the annual challenge pass anymore. I don't want to do 12 straight months if I get too tired to do it. Now, I am waiting on the skip challenge pass option and wondering if that is going to help any. But I'm just saying I cannot continue to do challenges as they are past March. It has been exhausting. So I'm going to go back to monthly. It'll cost me 82 cents more a month, but I can simply not do challenges for a month and not pay for it if I get too busy. And I am eyeing another certification sometime in the middle of the year to start, something that minigames, even with challenges, would only distract me from. Now, my biggest goal by the end of 2026 is to hit 5,000 parcels. I calculated I would be at $160 a month roughly, give or take $10, and at that point, I will reevaluate if I want to continue going as hard as I am going with Atlas Earth, or if I am ready to slow down, because I can feel the burnout from July already creeping in again. This is an ongoing problem for me whenever I constantly do minigames and I need to control myself and stop at times, but if I want to finish this new project as fast as possible, I gotta keep rolling. I think a lot of it is going to depend on what Atlas Earth is planning. Will the community feed release? What about those challenge skips I mentioned earlier? I could definitely use those right now, guys. Will 2026 be the year of AMP? Please, please tell me that you got Wendy's and a gas station. That would be one way to get me to use the AMP program. I fully hope that their reputation will start to grow amongst even the bigger companies, and they will turn themselves into something companies start to take seriously, because when they win, we win. Alright everyone, that's the video. Let me know how your 2025 went, like this video, and a big thanks to my patrons. Disturbed Doge, the T99 Sogwolf, Kristen O'Neill, Ashley Stanfield, Josh42, and Board Game Sports Network. Now, if you haven't had a chance to look at some of my older videos in between the times that I wasn't using that Luckiest Guy font and some of y'all didn't recognize me, go check out this video on my dumb idea for a mortgage plan, the 50,000 year mortgage. It was just a joke. I mean, I couldn't wait for April Fool's, guys, sorry. And I'll see you all in the next video. Pharaoh Silver, signing off. Bye, everybody.